"Hello, Baroness," William Lancaster said smoothly, standing in the doorway with a thick fur draped over his shoulders. Katrina frowned at his attire. Fur in the height of summer. The heat was unbearable, and yet here he stood, dressed as though winter had arrived early. Without waiting for an invitation, William brushed past her into the house. "William, what are you doing here?" Katrina slowly shut the door, her mind racing. She had known he would come, but not so soon. "A long-time friend of mine has died," William said, his tone almost mocking. "Or rather, he was murdered by someone I rather dislike. How could I not visit his grieving family and offer my condolences?" "Thank you," Katrina said quickly. "But we are not receiving guests at this time. Perhaps you might return tomorrow." William ignored her entirely, his gaze sweeping the house with evident distaste. "This is how he lived. My dear friend had such poor taste." He shook his head and turned back to her. "Did you know that in our youth, Desmond bested me in everything? I envied him, but instead of wallowing in jealousy, I pushed myself to surpass him. And now look at me. Your husband was forced to crawl to me for money." Katrina had no interest in William's reminiscing. His presence in her home could only mean trouble. "Are you here to collect the debt my late husband owed you?" she asked bluntly. William's expression darkened. "Katrina," he said, dropping all pretense of civility. "How could I possibly walk into this house and demand money from a grieving widow?" He smiled, a cruel glint in his eyes. "No, I am clearing Desmond's debt entirely. Consider it a gift from me to you." A gift from William? Katrina felt no relief, only dread. There was always a price for his generosity. Now she understood why Desmond had feared his old friend so greatly. "I see," she said cautiously. "I should thank you, but I find it difficult to believe there is no further expectation attached to this kindness." William smirked. "And yet here I stand without so much as a drink offered for my troubles. After all, one of my most loyal men was your land. Do you have any idea what your husband cost me?" He turned sharply to face her. "I had expected a letter from your household that very night explaining what had happened. Instead, I had to send my own men to find out why Rowan never returned with Alessandra." Katrina bowed her head slightly, masking her growing unease. "My apologies, sir. My mind was in disarray. My husband had been murdered before my very eyes. I did not think to write to you regarding the loss of your servant." "Women," William sneered. "Useless in all things, apart from the bedroom, and even there many are lacking." His voice turned to a growl. "I lost a good man that night. Worse, I lost what I had instructed Desmond to acquire for me. But worst of all," he leaned in, his voice low and dangerous, "I lost them both to that brat Edgar Collins. Do you have any idea how humiliating that is for me?" His voice thundered through the house. James rushed to the entryway, several servants close behind. At the very end of the hall stood Kate, drawn by the commotion. Kate stared at the stranger's broad back, then at her mother's tense expression. "Mother," Kate asked, frowning, "who is this man? And what in heaven's name was that shouting?"
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.